want to speak with you about my visit to the immersive experience of Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. I've been a fan of the album since either 78 or 79 when I was 6, maybe 7. I can't remember which Christmas I was given it, either 78 or 79. But I had the double LP gatefold with all the concept art. Absolutely adored the music. It's the most influential album, I reckon, in my musical taste and in my interest in aliens and science fiction, UFOs and such like. The bridge from the tracks Forever Autumn into Thunderchild I count as one of the most thrilling, absolutely electrifying pieces of narration and music that I know. On arrival, you enter into the bar and welcoming area, the restaurant. There's a big spider-like squat Martian over the bar area, and if you've pre-booked, you go to a little desk on your right-hand side, get your card scanned. You have to sign a waiver, which you have to do digitally on your phone, or there are a couple terminals around where you can do that. Your belongings and baggaging you put into a locker. You're given a little key card which corresponds to a locker. And you will get a coloured wristband. You'll be put into a group with that wristband, about 12 people, I think. And when there's a jet of dry ice illuminated with the colour that corresponds to your wristband, you then go and queue up. You're given a very speedy kind of health and safety talk through what to expect, and then you are ushered into the welcome room. What then follows are a good number of sets which correspond on the whole to segments, key moments within the album, but it is not a straightforward retelling of the album. There are some pieces that have been augmented, that have been changed from the album, and some additional bits and pieces which convey insights, reflections into parts of the experience of if there were a Martian invasion. Having been listening to the album for 45, 46 years now, it was actually really quite a thrill to have something that is new and dovetails in well with the album. Are a number of actors, real life actors. They will interact with you. There is chance for some ad-libbing, and so in fact some of the most memorable parts of the experience were interactions with fellow members of my group and the actors. In one scene, you come across a very injured person who is kind of on her last legs, and she wants you to sing her a song. And there's a little lad, 11-year-old lad, name beginning with J in my group, and when she sing us a song, something like that, he says, a ring of roses, which brought most of us into absolutely hysterics of laughter. Amazingly, the actress stayed in character. Do you want me to count you in? There are 3 VR sections within the experience. You put your headset on. In the preamble for the experience, it was heavily emphasised about getting it right completely over your eyes. It wasn't so emphasised about actually getting your headphones on. I didn't realise there's going to be headphones on. So when I was sat into the first one, I did get a gentle nudge on my head to actually push the headphones down over my ears. And I'm very glad it was, because it was the segment for Thunderchild and Forever Autumn. Halfway through, you get a 20-minute break in a tavern, which is set within a particular situation of the narrative. The music. Now, if you're expecting a straightforward lifting of the 1978 album, that does not happen. You don't get Richard Burton, you don't get Julie Covington or Phil Lynott or David Essex singing anywhere in it. It is all stuff borrowed from the arena tour versions, or I fancy some freshly instrumented, reworked sections, and some of it with beefed up bass. In some places you'll feel the vibration of the music underneath your chair or in the environment around you. But it works very well. I was not disappointed with the music. As somebody who knows the 78 version very well, when I did the arena tour a few years ago, it kind of jarred with me a little. The different voices and the Life Begins Again song, which did not feature in the immersive experience. There are some slight narrative differences from the album. The section with Parson Nathaniel and the epilogue is somewhat different. The weakest thing, I think, in the original album is perhaps the epilogue. The idea of NASA going to Mars and suddenly finding, oh my God, there's Martians. Having been subject to a massive Martian invasions like a century, 80, 90 years previously. Jars, surely we would be reverse engineering their technology, building, as the artilleryman says, building fighting machines of their own, and then sort of taking the battle home, Starship Troopers style, like going to Mars, like the only good Martian is a dead Martian, that kind of thing. And the immersive experience does present a slightly different epilogue than the album. At the end of the tour, you're assembled in a room and you exit the doors with a great cheer. Now, if you loiter for a while, having some food or drink, every now and again you will hear this noise. Which is surely a person with one of the happiest jobs in the world. Does he tire of it, I wonder? Because it's about every 10, 12 minutes that happens. But on exiting, I had a real surge of emotion. I kind of got choked up, just not because I was upset, but because of the volume of feeling, the value and the meaning of this album, of this music, of this experience for me was sort of just kind of pulsing through me. I had to spend a little while calming myself down and grounding myself, so I did have some food and drink. Upselling. There are a number of opportunities for the experience to add some value for them and to the customer, of course, during the experience. You have the bar in the middle, which again is charged you, so besides your admission fee, you would pay for your food and drinks then. As you're exiting, you get the opportunity for your touristy experience photographs. I did do the £5, just the simple digital photographs download. Pay careful attention to all your add-ons, because things can quickly add up and you need to deselect, and it does feel a little emotionally manipulative, like do you wish to delete your memories, save your memories, and that kind of thing. Other upselling opportunities, of course, are the food and drink. You've got a good gift shop with lots of different bits and pieces in there. As you see, I had to get one of those. I didn't buy a t-shirt during the arena tour. Pay attention to the walls as you go through, the walls in the toilets, the walls in the bar area. There's lots of additional media, printed matter, that help sort of inform the experience. I thought it really worth doing, and I'd like to go again, take family members with me if I can. I'll be savouring memories from the immersive experience of Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds.